everybody. It's been a while. A lot has happened to me since I've last been online. I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know if you can hear me. Wait a minute. How's that? I had my surgery. I came home. Right now I'm laying on my bed at home resting. I'm taking a couple of hour break from my mom's. I needed to get out, and my mother maybe needs a little rest too. After surgery, I knew I was going to have pain from recovery, and of course you have a major surgery, you're not going to feel very good. But there was something just not right. You like I always say, you know your own body. I always told you I was going to be explicit with everything that's gone on. I started to get the occasional spiking of a fever. It would go after a few hours if I took a couple of Tylenol, but it came back and it went and it came back, and I was getting a discharge, I think I had mentioned, after surgery, which was normal. I didn't think it was as severe as when I returned to Sloan Kettering a week ago. For my follow-up from surgery and to find out my pathology report, I got into the examining room. Dr. Brown came in. A regular gynecological exam. Ladies, you know what that's all about. And her face, she didn't really have to talk, her face told the tale. She just said that she had other doctors in there with her. Hurry and get me packing, and I mean, not to be disgusting, but the pus was pouring out of me when I was on the table. Now, it honestly was not doing that at home. I guess whatever she did when she went inside, she must have opened the floodgates or something. I don't know. But it was pouring out on the table, and she couldn't pack it fast enough to stop it. I believe what it's called that happened to me, and some women have gotten it, so be careful if you ever get a hysterectomy. Actually, I can't say be careful, because you have no control over it. It's a cervix cuft, it's called, when they do a radical hysterectomy and they take everything out. There's a flap, I believe, that begins to heal above where the cervix was. The skin, there's still skin in there, I guess, when it's stitched closed. There's a pocket that forms back there, and it can collect pus and cause infection. Naturally, it's not that common, but of course, if it's meant to happen, it will happen to me. And it did. It was bad. It was really bad. I guess it was affecting me more than I thought. I was very dizzy. Someone's texting me. I was very dizzy, very lethargic. And Dennis, I can't text you back right now. I'm doing my video. But she didn't even give me a chance to say anything. She said, I'm admitting you ASAP. I was like, you've got to, you can't be serious. I live 3 hours away. My family's here. We have the clothes on our back. I did not come with any type of money. I there would be no reason to. We had our lunch with us. It was completely unprepared. Laura, again, stayed with me the whole entire time. The poor woman had no clothes, just what was on her. Her cell phone, no charger for her cell phone. The whole situation was awful. I told Dr. Brown, I can't do this. You're going to have to send me home with medication. She said, can't do it. The infection's that bad. You have to be on an IV immediately. She said, go leave the building, get in your car, drive up to 67th Street, the hospital, go to urgent care. They will admit you. They will have the proper paperwork. I'm sending it over. I was freaked out. But in this whole ordeal of the infection, I'm forgetting, hey, excuse me, my hysterectomy, my cancer, my pathology, she still didn't tell me anything. So as she was cleaning me up and told me to get dressed, I finally said, Dr. Brown, hey, wait, what about my pathology report? She said, I could tell by her face. She said, well, let me talk about this when your family comes in. I want your whole family to come in, and we'll talk then. And I actually said, I want to know now. And she said, you have 2 cancers in your body. And I said, what? 2 cancers? She said, you have 2 cancers. That was it for me. Let me tell you something. I have been as strong as I can be with everything going on. This was it for me. I just lost it. I lost any strength and control that I had left in me. She said, I'll be right back. I'll explain when your family's here. Now I don't know what these 2 cancers are. I know the endometrial, but there was another one. It could have been anything. It could have been lung, pancreas. I don't even know what she's going to tell me. My family comes in, sits down. They're freaked out. They said, what type of other cancer do you have? I said, I have no idea. She left the room. I don't know. She comes back in with all of her associates. The luck, this is the luck I have, everybody, because I have a good friend who makes me laugh. He does make me laugh the way he approaches things with me. He actually had called me as I was leaving my exam right at that time, asking what happened. I was freaked out. I said, I have 2 cancers, and blah. And he says, can't you do anything the easy way? Can't you do anything right? And it actually made me laugh. I didn't know. This is the good part of this, if you can find any good in this. She got the uterine cancer gone. She got it in time, and I'll tell you why. It was a stage 1, grade 2 endometrial cancer when it was biopsied, when taken out. It began to eat through my uterine wall. It was going through. There wasn't much left before it got to the other side, and she got it before it reached my lymph nodes. It was not in my lymph nodes. Completely got it. My sister asked her, does my sister need treatment for it? She said, no, we got it. That was it. No treatment. That would have been the end for me. I would have been recovering from this infection right now, and it would have been over. I would have been cancer-free. She said, unfortunately, the ovary had cancer in it. So I had endometrial and ovarian cancer, 2 completely different cancers. she was hoping that the cancer that was in the uterus was the same cell that was in my ovary. I guess my friend is right. I can't do anything easy. It's a whole different cell in my ovary. It happens to be called clear cell. It's stage 1C. I'm not going to pull any punches. It's a very aggressive cancer. I'm assuming it's very aggressive, that it moves quickly. Well, obviously, but to catch it in 1C gives my life expectancy a real big boost, because statistically, you don't find this cancer in an early stage. Generally, it's found in a later stage. The only reason it was found is because she was doing a hysterectomy for a different cancer. I need to move maybe a little quickly with this, and I have to have chemotherapy. I have spent a lot of time at my mother's talking with my family. I'd be very honest with you, I was not going to have the chemo. I told Dr. Brown I may not have the chemo. She looked at me like I had 5 heads, because I said to her, if you took the ovary out, it's gone. It's gone. She tried to explain to me, different situation with an ovary. Even though she took it, it could have microscopic cells floating in my body. There is no guarantee it did or it didn't. So like when I say in my videos the animal could have peed on something, I'm sitting here talking, I got something in my mouth and nobody's telling me. The likelihood of this cancer, him peeing on the way out the door, is about 90%. 10% for me that he didn't pee. It's really not enough odds for me not to have chemo. Let's put it this way, there is no guarantees in life for anybody. You, me, the woman down the road. Anyone can get cancer, it can come back. Anyone can get the flu, it can come back. Anyone can get a toothache, it can come back. I can't make the guarantees that I'm going to be okay down the road. I don't know. But all I can say is for now, if I want the better odds, I have to have the chemotherapy. Yes, it was a low stage, and that's a wonderful thing. I talked to a couple of doctors at Sloan Kettering, just conversation while I was in there. They said, you're a lucky woman, you're going to be okay, you got it in an early stage, but it's very aggressive. And let's put it to you this way. From what I've read, if she found this cell in stage 3, the percentage of me surviving it would drop down to about 20%. It's a luck thing that it was found. I was very angry after she told me all this, because I felt I beat that animal in my uterus, and his brother came with him. His brother couldn't hang out in my uterus. He had to take his bicycle and ride up to my ovary. You know, what a piece of shit, okay? But the point is, I'm lucky it's found. I have to look at it as I'm lucky I found it. If I had waited, just say I had waited another year to have any of this, I would have been looking at lymph node problems from the uterine cancer, and I've been looking at probably a stage 3 ovarian cancer, and I probably would have been looking at a lot of chemo, a lot of radiation, and a lot of possibly not living within 5 years. So now I've turned around my anger that I have ovarian cancer to, I'm lucky they found it. That's how I have to do this. I did not want to go through chemotherapy. Everything that I have said that I would never do, I'm changing my mind because my family is so pushing me. I will lose my hair. The two specific drugs that have to be used for this, she mentioned them. I couldn't possibly remember. She said, I will not get sick to my stomach with these drugs. Not the vomiting situation. Like, people think chemotherapy, oh, you're going to be puking and puking and puking for 5 months. No, it's not like that anymore. People, they've come a long way with chemotherapy. There's antiemetics they give you before treatment. Sure, I probably will get queasy stomach and maybe sometimes nauseous, but let me tell you, I have been nauseous for 2 months, so I probably wouldn't know the difference. The two major side effects to this particular chemo, instant hair loss. She said, unfortunately, probably between the first and second treatment, the hair will be gone. That was a devastation for me. I actually cried on and off in the hospital, I had thrown the towel in. But I have my ups and downs, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let anybody down, and I'm not gonna let myself down. It's been rough for me. It gets to me. I'm not. I mean, I'm strong, but I'm like everybody else. I don't mind crying. You try to battle cancer, and you get 2 of them. But I won't let my family down, and I have to fight for my life. What would I be if I just gave up after all of this? I have a fighting chance, so if I don't do chemo, I don't have much of a chance. It's not like I would drop dead next week. That's not what I'm talking about. But I'm 47, and if I don't treat this, the likelihood of making 50 is very slim. I've accepted losing my hair. It's been hard. My hair. I'm not vain, believe me. Some may think I am, but it's hair or your life. So it's gonna be my life. I'm But that's pretty much the story on. It's going to be 1 treatment every 3rd week, 6 treatments. Can I guarantee after the final treatment I'm cancer-free? No. I have to take a series of blood tests. But I'm going to tell you this. summer's coming, and I'm gonna live my life, and I'm gonna do things this summer, and I'm gonna be with my friends, and bald as an eagle. I really don't care. I'm when I feel well after my treatments, I'm going out and I'm doing things and I'm living my life because that's what I was told to do. Don't allow this cancer to restrict your life. When you're tired, you rest. When you feel sick, you lay down. When you feel like you want to have a barbecue and you want to see your friends, you go and do what you want to do. My doctor said, live through your cancer, live, because I'm just, by the time I'm done with my chemo treatments, it's 5 months. Every third week times 6 is 18 weeks. My whole summer would be gone. It's not going to happen. I'm confident I'm going to beat it. I'm confident I'm going to be the 5th year woman who says I'm a cancer survivor. Dr. Brown says I'm going to be okay. You don't catch ovarian cancer this early, and that's good to hear. The other side effect from the chemo, I'll have very, very bad joint pain. Now, the woman I was staying in Sloan Kettering with in my room is having the same chemo as I am. She has ovarian cancer. She said, I'm telling you, Patty, the pain in the muscles and joints are excruciating. You make sure your chemo doctor gives you the proper patches to wear to ease up on that pain. Nobody wants to have pain in your elbows, your joints, your knee. I sure don't, but I guess I'd rather have a little pain in my joints than be throwing up for 3 days. I don't know. Whatever happens, happens. I can't predict what the symptoms are going to be from the chemotherapy. Everybody's different. My father had chemotherapy in 2003. The man never lost a hair, and the man never threw up once, and the man only got tired. But everyone's different, and instead of me worrying about it, I just have to do it. Shit or get off the pot. That's it. I've lost weight. That freaked me out too. And these things, they will no longer be in my life as of my first chemo treatment. This will, it's not that it won't make my chemo work, but it could make my side effects worse. So these will be gone. Plus the fact I don't need lung cancer yet. Again, whatever, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but alright, let me not get off the subject of the medications. I was sent home with 2 very powerful antibiotics for my infection. They were making me deathly sick at my mother's since Saturday. Like you're talking up every night with my head in a bucket, up every night with my head in a bucket. Nuts, no. I called my doctor and said, I'm getting off of this one pill because you want me to eat and get nutrients up for chemotherapy. How do you propose I eat when I'm sick as a dog because of the medicine you have me on for the infection? I stopped taking it because you know how I am. I will be defiant at times. She finally got in touch with me today and said it's okay that I stopped taking the one medication. I hope it's okay because I still have an infection, and I see her Wednesday, and if this infection has gotten worse, it hasn't gotten worse, but if it hasn't gotten better, she'll probably readmit me. I forewarn you, Dr. Brown is an aggressive oncologist. It's a 50-50 she could put me back in the hospital Wednesday. I am prepared for her this time. I will be going with a duffel bag. I'm still sore in my pelvis. I've got a lot of soreness today. I don't know why. It hasn't, but today I've got pelvic pain through my back. It's all healing process, but I was about 138 pounds 2.5 months ago. And honestly, my midsection was all flabby. I was completely out of shape. I was sluggish. I'm 120 now. And it's not underweight. My mother said I actually look fantastic. I told her, ooh, yes, I lost 18, 19 pounds. I must, I don't want to lose any more weight. I need the weight because I don't know what's going to happen with chemotherapy. Of course, I was also told, don't worry about weight. Don't worry. Sometimes people lose a lot of weight through cancer. Even if you lose another 15 pounds, it doesn't matter. Kill the cancer and then focus on regrouping your life and getting your weight back. I'm trying hard not to lose any more. I might look good now, okay, but I can't afford to lose another 10 pounds because then I start going into the looking emaciated, sickly look, and I don't want that. The last thing I want is to be 105 pounds, which I was 105 pounds in 2006-07. The last thing I want is to look like that with no hair. My dogs will try to start chewing on me like I'm a milk bone or something. But I got to keep up my strength, my proteins, my nutrients, and that's why I have to stay with my mother right now. There's personal other reasons at home. Nothing bad with my family. We all love each other. There's issues at home that hopefully get cleared up, but it's something I can't be part of right now. I can't have that stress. So hopefully my family here works those problems out so I can come home. But beyond that, there's not much to tell. I go back to Dr. Brown Wednesday, and we'll see what happens from there. I'm going to be having my chemotherapy here in Pennsylvania. Choice was made because chemo is chemo, they said. If Dr. Brown gives the doctors here the prescription that is needed to be given to me, they will administer it. She wants me closer to home because one chemotherapy treatment is 5 hours from start to finish. So she feels it would be too much with my traveling, and it is too much. It's too much to go back to New York, and I'd have to stay overnight each time, and it's actually too much on my family. My mother and sister are worn out. They need a break, and yes, I'm the one fighting cancer, but I have to think about my family too. My mother she's like running on extra batteries right now. I don't know how she does it. She has taken she's taken great care of me. I don't know how I'll ever repay my family for this. Laura, Bob, all of them, all of you. Every day you're on my page with the support, and I don't know how I'll ever thank everybody. I don't. It means the world to me. I would do it for any one of you. And I'm very teary because I'm also very menopausal. So, I'll do more videos. I'll do another one this weekend. When I get back home. I have an appointment Friday a consultation with my local gastro man so I can get my endoscopy and colonoscopy. That's required before chemotherapy. They have to check everything. I have to be in pretty picture perfect health with all my other organs and my stomach and my bowel. I have to be good for it to start. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. Thanks, guys. It's been rough for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. The infection part of this has been worse than the surgery itself. It's very hard. It's fatiguing. The appetite is coming back now that she took me off that pill. There's pain at parts of the day. I have to do a lot of resting, napping. My mom has something at her house that really helps me. It's this whirlpool. I put my feet in during the day and I turn it on with all the bubbles, and very relaxing. It's great. It's better than meditation. Really helps me. But beyond that, I'm doing the best I can with food, vitamins, nutrient drinks. I'm actually on a thing with my cigarettes now too. I keep a journal of how many cigarettes I smoke a day, and I try to knock one out every day. One less, one less, one less. I do the weaning process with the cigarettes because I'm not a cold turkey type of person. Plus, Dr. Brown said at this time in my life, cold turkey would be very bad for me. Thanks, guys, for your support. I'm gonna get taken home now about 6 o'clock. I have to get back. My mother's making my special food for dinner. I have pills to take. And Laura will download this while she's driving. My mother lives about 17 miles from here, and by the time she gets back and everything, it'll be uploaded, hopefully. YouTube, it's not as quick as you think. And you'll be able to see this, so keep praying for me. My animal is gone, but his brother is stronger and he's quicker, and I really need my strength up to beat this bastard because he's fast. He's not just so much mean, he's fast. He's not sluggish at all. But I'll get him. Trust me, I'll get him. I have no choice. I have too many people counting on me, and I never want to let anybody down in life. I love all of you, and see you really soon. Take care, guys.